Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So after burning a bunch of red keys, and by the way, I will say it's very nice with watching videos that you do get a chance of red keys as well, I finally have grinded enough XP to level up both manifest weapons to level 10. So in today's video, we're going to conquer, hopefully, AS Suzette's manifest weapon first. And then hopefully later on tonight, I will upload a separate video for Meryl's manifest weapon level 10 as well. Now if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. Also, I do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So being that AS Suzette is a wind type character, you only have two element choices against her, either wind on wind or fire against wind, being that fire has the advantage over wind. And so in our first example of two battles, we're going to go with a full fire DPS team. And of course, you do have to bring in AS Suzette in order to start this manifest battle. Now for those who haven't tackled it yet, or you're wondering about the level 10 one, it is very similar to the first one where you obtain the weapon. She does have an HP stopper, and so at the very beginning, you are facing her off by herself. And once you bring her back to a certain amount of HP, she splits into three, just like the original OG Suzette manifest weapon. The only difference is that, don't forget, with AS Suzette, she has a double hit, and then her Exquisite Blossom is guaranteed 4 hits, and that can wreak havoc on your team. So first of all, I am establishing Fire Zone. I also did use Xion and his upgraded VC Grasta to apply power debuff for 2 turns on her to help mitigate any damage. We also did use Vigilant Lance, which, don't forget, gives me a type shield as well as reduce her int by 35%. Now that's probably not that most important, but the type shield is very nice. And don't forget that AS Garyu does have Burning Shield, which helps protect against fire wind attacks by 50%. So in conjunction with having Fire Zone and Burning Shield and Vigilant Lance, we are protected against most of her attacks. And especially with that power down from Xion's VC Grasta. So you can see around, I would say, 25-30% of her HP, we have that. And so now we're going to use Sukiya's Howling Surge, which, by the way, applies a 50% physical debuff resistance of all enemies, guaranteed. And you can see the symbol right there. And with a bunch of guaranteed crits from AS Renri, as well as some Blaze Impact and Spreading Infernals, we end the battle pretty easily. I will say that I'm very happy to have pulled AS Renri. She really does help run this fire team, and she has multiple uses among not just being a great DPS fire user. She has a VC that enhances all fire attacks for your whole team by 35%, and she can guarantee crits for your whole team. So she's both support and damage, and you really want to pull for those kind of high-powered units that do more than one thing, not just do a lot of damage, but help your other members of your team do a ton of damage as well. So we finally beaten the boss, and we finally obtained the upgraded manifest weapon for AS Suzette. So hopefully this weekend I will try to do a 5-star review of AS Suzette with manifest weapon as well. And so of course we talked to Demon Grants a little bit longer, and we get a reward as well as a gold badge and 100 Chronos Stones. Nice!
Stop flexing, Dad!
As usual, here's my loadout for my team. Again, I do realize with the Elemental Grasta, all of this team is pretty heavily Grasta, and we even have some VC Grasta for many of our members, really enhancing the damage on your team. So in this case, Fire Zone for this particular team does not have any pain or poison setters, so we're using pure Elemental Grasta, either 20, 20, 30, or some combination of. Now in case of Suzette, she only has Elemental and Sweet Tooth Grasta because I don't have Felmina, which would normally be the pain and poison setter. Now, in most wind teams, you would use OG Suzette to apply pain and poison, but if you're using AS Suzette, you cannot do that. Okay, so in today's second battle, we're going to take on Suzette AS again. However, we're going to do a little bit of a fan favorite and use an entire Miglin's Castle team featuring all of those right there, plus Radius. Now, I will say, I forgot to bring Sora. I actually brought Bria instead. And now,
the battle is starting!
So with this battle, I wanted to showcase how useful Radius is and how she makes all the other members of her team much better in a slash zone. I also wanted to emphasize the usefulness of the Miglin's Castle special attack Grasta, which is equipped on Radius, which we'll see at the end of this battle. Okay, so same thing as before. Knowing that she is wind type, we're going to use a mixed team here. Now, I know many of you don't have Miyu as a 5-star and probably don't even use her. But don't forget, Princess Bloom does have a wind shield 30% guaranteed with her 2XL hit. And we're going to use the guaranteed, I guess, power and int debuff from Sword of Hope from Radius. Now, I will say that you can see that the power down is there, but however, the int isn't. So I guess it's not guaranteed. That being said, we can apply it again in the hopes of getting that on. With Deidre, she is resisted because it is earth attacks. However, her role here is more to enhance the finishing AF move, as well as applying physical resistance debuff stackable 3 times with her manifest weapon. In terms of Annabelle, she doesn't do a lot of damage, but she does have Deliverance Sword, which helps guarantee the rage, and when she gets hit, she heals the whole party for 1200, like that. So we have multiple shields here. Remember that AS Suzette is a Pierce type unit, and so when we have Slash Zone in effect, it reduces her attacks by 30% while increasing ours of all our Slash team units by 30%. And then with the Elemental Wall and Guardian Soul, we have regen, we have physical resistance, we have everything pretty much. The only thing is we don't have is a lot of DPS. No matter, we're going to finish off with one large AF. You can see that those AoEs that we have are essentially very little damage against this particular group of trios boss. So we're going to set up where, don't forget that Petite Twinkle, which is Miyu's special attack, does apply type resistance to everybody, and that will help enhance our damage. And we're just going to hit over and over with Chaos Saber, Deliverance Sword, Sword of Hope, spread out the damage. We can also use her Crimson Blast, which is enhanced by every damage that Radius is taking, and we're just going to spread the damage around. And the reason for that is by the time we get the AF finisher, it'll apply damage to all 3 AS Suzettes and hopefully end the battle in one large fell swoop. Okay, so the end of the AF is right here, and we're going to bring on the large, I guess, quad Miglin's Castle AF finisher. Look at the damage there, 2 million on everybody. And so remember, using the special Grasta does really enhance the AF, especially if you use all 4 units as knights in this case. So Bria wasn't useful in the chance of holding ground. We didn't need that, we just ended the battle right there. So again, just like I said with pulling units, you really want to make sure that you pull units that enhance even mediocre or suboptimal units. I mean, Mio's probably not on anyone's top 10 list. She has no Grasta. I mean, Annabelle hardly does any damage. You can see here, we aren't even using her water attacks. Suzette wasn't even in the battle. And if you look at Radius here, coming up, she only has the 1 Grasta, which is the enhanced special attack Miglin's, but that was enough. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.